Okay, it is 3 o'clock on the nose, and we're going to start the Board of Health special meeting for Tuesday, January 28th, 2020. Introductions, I think for the record, would be the Chair of Board of Health, myself, Ty Menser, to my left.
Gary Edwards, Commissioner.
John Hutchings.
We have Lydia Hodgkinson, our Clerk of the Board of Health. We have Shelley Slaughter, Director of Public Health, and Ramiro Chavez, to her right, who is our County Manager. Okay, so first is approval of the agenda, which should be in front of everybody. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve today's agenda.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
All in
No, sir.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Agenda is approved. Item number 2, opportunity for the public to address the Board of Health. And we have one sign up, Ms. Andrea Samel? Samel. And I'll just run through these guidelines real quick. It's only you, but just general speaking guidelines for Board of Health. Introduce yourself before your comment, including the address you reside in the county. Address the board, not staff or audience. Silence cell phones, that's for everybody in the room. Board does not respond to public comment. On a needed basis, the county manager will follow up at a further Board of Health meeting. You're limited to a total of 3 minutes, and we reserve the right to restrict for any good cause. Comments may not be lewd, offensive, inflammatory, hateful, defamatory, or discriminatory. Please be respectful. No commercial comments or promotion for a for-profit business. If you provide materials to us, they're subject to public records and disclosure to the public pursuant to the Public Records Act. And we cannot accept remarks about pending land use permits or similar matters that could eventually come before the board on appeal. So, 3 minutes, is that, you're good to go?
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Andrea Zamel. I'm a registered nurse. I'm master's prepared. I'm a nursing educator. I live in Thurston County and at 2010 South Bay Road Northeast, 98506. And I've lived there with my husband and family for 16 years in the Woodard Creek and 26th Avenue South Bay area. I'm wondering if you all have seen the movie Walk the Line about Johnny Cash. Has anybody seen that? Where he goes to a prison, it's back in the 60s, maybe early 70s, and the water quality, he draws a glass of water and puts it up and asks the warden, do you really make your prisoners drink this brown water? And when we moved to this lovely home on the outskirts of Olympia 16 years ago, I had no concerns about the water that was coming up through our well. I can't say that now. We live about a half a mile downstream from the jungle, and I wonder what is coming through the aquifer to our well, to my family. I've had the water tested both privately and through the county, and at the time it didn't have any bacteria that was traceable, but I worry about viruses, and I know that the population of the jungle has increased significantly since that time. I am absolutely 100% disgusted and fearful, and I am very much concerned that there doesn't appear to be any plan to evaluate the impact to the residents in that area or any other area that has homeless folks defecating and urinating into the public water supply. I understand you can't respond to me at this point. However, I look forward to learning the plan to assess the current impact and the plan to mitigate it. And I thank you all very much for the effort that you've put into the county commission for many years and the knowledge and experience and networking that you will use to ameliorate this situation. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. There's no one else here, so I think I can move on. And our next item is number 3, department item, resolution of appointment for interim health officer. Turn to our director, Joy Slaughter.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you very much for your consideration of Resolution H1 2020. As you will recall, on December 7th at your December Board of Health meeting, you approved Resolution number H3 2019, appointing alternate health officers for the 2020 calendar year. Since that time, legal counsel has brought to our attention that some slight modifications needed to be made to the resolution. So we propose a new resolution to you appointing interim health officers as opposed to alternate health officers while we are recruiting for a new health officer. As you will recall, and in case members of the public are not aware, Dr. Rachel Wood was our health officer for many years, and she retired effective December 1st. We're currently in the process of recruiting for a new health officer, and during that time, we are relying on 4 current health officers in other counties and the state of Washington Department of Health. Dr. Kathy Lofi from the Washington State Department of Health is acting as our health officer for any communicable disease matters. Dr. Alan Melnick from Clark County is acting as our health officer for any environmental health matters. Dr. Narita Massa from Seattle-King County is acting as our health officer for tuberculosis cases. And Dr. Dan Stein is acting as our health officer for vital records matters, as well as anything else under the statute, RCW 7005050. So I'm asking you today to approve this resolution. Those are the substantial changes between this H1 2020 and H1 2019. We're very grateful to the health officers that are covering for us during this time, and I will invite you to ask any questions you may have.
Any questions about the proposed changes to the?
I do not. It was explained quite well this morning. Thank you.
No, but just maybe for the record, that the public that is watching, we've discussed this issue in prior work sessions, and I think that's why we don't have any questions. You did a good job. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, is there then a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move to approve a resolution for appointment of the interim health officers.
Second?
Any further discussion or debate?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. The motion carries 3-0, and we have the amended resolution.
Thank you very
And
much.
that is the last item on today's agenda. With that, I will adjourn special meeting Board of Health for January 28th, 2020.